that is consistent.
What would have been the body position of the deceased in relation to the toilet door? Let me explain to you. It was put in cross-examination of Mr. Pistorius that she was standing in front of the door, my impression, facing the door, and facing then the person that's standing outside in the bathroom. If you look at that wound specifically.
The testimony already given in court is that the angle, the trajectory of the bullet was at an angle to the door. It wasn't directly on. If I am facing the door directly on like that, and according to the post-mortem reports, it wasn't noticed that the entrance angle it wasn't stated that it went into the left or right, but the shape of the wound was not, it was eccentric and not concentric. It wasn't round, it was elongated. So the bullet was coming at an angle through the door. So for a bullet to come, if a person is standing, if I was standing in front of a door and a bullet came straight at me through the door, I would expect a round concentric wound if I'm right next to it. If it came at an angle, I would expect the wound to look different because the bullet comes in at an angle.
So what do you say the position must have been? An approximate position?
Looking at the position of the wood splinters on the arm, and what I interpret and what Professor Botha also stated on the entrance wound, there were some small little abrasions, whatever, which could indicate also wood splinters, and a couple of wood splinters on the left-hand, middle to left-hand side at the same height. I would expect the deceased was standing close to the door and at an angle with the arm in front like this. The bullet would have gone underneath the arm, the wood splinter patterns against the arm here, a bullet going in at the hip with some wood splinters there, and also the wood splinters on here, because it's a sort of a up into that quadrant, you could get some passing underneath the arm as well and hitting the thing. The person is at a slight angle to the door, they're not facing straight on.
Know more about your world. eNCA.com